In 1964, Malcolm Douglas, then just 23 years old, and a mate set off on a 6-month trip around Australia. 6 months turned into 4 years. It was a journey that shaped Malcolm's future. And as they travelled and explored, they filmed their adventures.
We bought an old Bolex off a guy. We didn't have a clue what we were doing. All we did, we went down to Kodak, we bought a roll of Kodachrome 2, we bought the old film, put it in, we ran it, oh yes, it was in focus, so away we went. That first film of mine, Across the Top, still holds a rating record for a documentary on Australian TV. It maintained a rating of 36 over 2.5 hours. It's professional, but it's just a little bit different, probably a little bit rough around the edges, a little bit wild like me, and that's what appeals to people. And what you see on the screen is what you get.
With a genuine bark tablecloth and a hand for a knife and a foot for a fork, it's time to tuck into hot, steaming snake.
And now some, 50 films later?
Yeah, about 50 films later.
You're still doing it?
Yeah, we all remember the old-fashioned way of making the boiled Christmas pudding. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing here.
I'm a bit silly because these films are 10 minutes long and it's taken me 3 or 4 weeks to shoot, but it's my way of getting out in the bush. And if I sit back and people enjoy these films, which they do, because, I mean, I started on commercial television in 1976 and I've still got contracts. I had a little bit of a hiccup on this latest series that I'm doing because I managed to pick up a bit of prostate cancer. Now, I was going out on a charter boat to do a dive story. So I went for a medical and they took some blood, and I must say this to every Australian male. Anyone over 40 should get checked for prostate cancer at least once a year. And it's very easy. You just go to the doctor when you're getting a checkup for something, just ask them, take a bit of blood, and they can pick it up from the blood. And fortunately, I was picked up where the stage where the cancer was still within the prostate, right? So 3 months later, I had the whole thing cut out. It changes your attitude too. You try and remain calmer, you try and appreciate life, you appreciate every day, you know, because from now on, I could have been dead, and I'm still kicking. I probably, hopefully I've got another 25 years in me.
This is Malcolm's Crocodile Park in Broome. It opened in the mid-80s to immediate success. People are captivated by these powerful prehistoric reptiles, and none more so than Malcolm.
See, I was a professional crocodile hunter when I travelled around Australia, but I was one of the first people to think this is not right. All these crocs here, if I didn't bring them in and put them in a captive situation, they'd be shot. Now, in a perfect world, I should not have any crocodiles here. They should all be out there in the Kimberley swimming around, but people and crocodiles don't mix. I end up with 2,000 crocodile eggs here every year. So what do I do with them? No point in just destroying them. Therefore, we now have a commercial crocodile farm, and now we produce a beautiful meat, and we produce the best skins in the world here. I've got about 4,000 crocodiles. Yeah. There's only about 2,500 to 3,000 from Broome to Wyndham. So I've got more crocodiles in Broome than the whole of the Kimberley. These guys here are just about 22 months old. Dangerous? Just to the point where you've got to be careful. See this guy here? He's not going under the water. See this guy here that's lifting his body up now and his tail up?
Oh, yeah, man. Should I move back a bit now?
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Be good for me, mate.
Malcolm's Crocodile Farm is in the grounds of one of his other dreams that has come to fruition through typical hard work. A soon-to-be-opened wildlife wilderness park that will give visitors the chance to appreciate many Australian animals, some with an uncertain future.
Malcolm, what are these colourful little birds?
These are Goulding finches, and these are one of my favourite birds. I've been in the Kimberleys for 40 years now, and I've only ever seen these once in the wild. These are becoming critically endangered. These epitomise to me the problems that we have in Australia now. Come on, be nice, be cute, be cuddled. Give me cuddles. Ah! No, that wasn't called for. That wasn't very nice. No, starting to use... Time for me to leave.
I never knew a roo could be so scary.
No, these guys won't hurt you. These will lick you to death. I'm actually now falling in love with dingoes. And I wanted to survive, and I'm the patron of the Dingo Conservation Society. 30 years ago I used to shoot you, didn't I? And now I just think you're wonderful.
He seems to like you too, Malcolm.
You're a bit like me, mate. You got to hang in there, you got to survive, haven't you? Hey? This is a female. She's just gorgeous. I'm nearly 64, so most people are thinking about retiring. Well, I'm not. I've still got a lot of films to make and a wildlife park to do and a lot of more trips to do, and I couldn't consider retiring at all.